we hit 500 subscribers, which is so many people. Do you know how, like, that could fill my apartment up like 7 times over? Thank you for hanging out with me for so long. I've been doing YouTube now since September, and I absolutely love this community that's growing, and I wanted to make like a cute, fun little video to kind of like thank you all for being here. What we're doing today, you saw the video title, we are going to be doing one-line reviews of every fictional book I have rated 5 stars. So I don't even know how many that is. That is only 15 books. That makes me feel real stingy with my 5 stars. It's fine. Let's just do it. Let's bring on the books. The first book is The Deep by River Solomon. Mermaids with Substance. I don't know where to put it. Okay. Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. This is the quietest, least fantasy that I want turned into a literal blanket so that I can wrap myself up in its coziness and never let it go. That's how I feel about that book. Comfort Me with Apples. The plot twist is too good for me to give you any hints, but let's just say it's a retelling that I have waited my entire life for. Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. Oh my god. This is a fantasy without a patriarchal political hierarchy that will make you wish dragons are real. I literally talked about this for like a million years on a different video. Go watch it. Mistborn and The Hero of Ages, they both gave 5 stars, so really the series just gets 5 stars. And again, I've talked about this like more than I care to admit. A government uprising with magic takes way more politicking than you would expect, and you'll read this whole thing in 3 days. Next, we have The Ballerinas by Rachel Kapelk Dale. This is perfect for women who danced when they were kids and or hate the patriarchy with a violent, keyword violent, passion. Howl's Moving Castle. It is the grumpy meets sunshine trope with some wizard fighting and body horror thrown in, but like for kids on a happy drug. Then we have Girl with the Dragon Tattoo on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. Let's criticize the sexual exploitation of women through a very satisfying revenge story, and then for the rest of the book solve an equally satisfying murder mystery. Woo. House in the Cerulean Sea. Can you cry from happiness for 2 hours straight? Read this and find out. The Other Boleyn Girl. If the Renaissance era of Europe was a soap opera, that's this book. Look at my other stack over here. Okay. Then we have The Solitaire Mystery by Justine Garter. A deck of cards have feelings, and also bookception, and also father-son bonding road trip. Okay, then we have The Alice Network by Kate Quinn. This is the book that got me back into reading after a literal 6-year hiatus. It's female spies in World War II. Need I say more? Anxious People by Frederick Bachman. A hostage situation where you root for the perpetrator and the narrator yells at you directly. The Vanishing Half, on like a serious note. Racism and family drama intertwine in this very delicately written story about the meaning of home. The Ardent Swarm by Yemen Manai. You'll really like bees after this, but you'll also want to learn a lot more about the Arab Spring. You should read that book though. Ooh. Wild. If you are at rock bottom, this memoir will give you the tools to guide you out of it. Love of my life. Warbreaker. Princesses and color magic and minor gods. Oh my. I thought that was really funny. I love this book with my whole heart. Neil Gaiman's Stardust. Stars are people too, and they're sassy. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Are you scared of being alone or forgotten? Here is your exposure therapy. The Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Harrow, the book to beat for me last year. Witchcraft is always cool, but it is cooler when it's set among actual historical events during the women's suffrage movement. Also, sisters are great and we'll always find something to fight about. Mexican Gothic. Eugenics versus mushrooms, baby. I love how weird this fucking book is. Black Sun! This will make you redefine your idea of a hero. It is the most colorful and grounded fantasy. And also I literally just discovered that the next one is out and I straight up lost my mind because I haven't heard a single person talking about it. So if you liked Black Sun, here's your PSA, if you will. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This is a really intimate look into the studio era of filmmaking and the expectations that we put on women. Prepare tissues. We've got River God. This is a love story and adventure saga from ancient Egypt that was literally discovered in an actual tomb and then rewritten for the masses by Wilbur Smith. which is why it's so good, but don't read the rest of the series. Just read this one. The Shining. Daddy issues in the Gothic style. I hope Stephen King is in therapy. And the final book that I have on this list is The Kiss Quotient. Sex workers, diversity, and autism advocacy all wrapped up in a very cute little 300-page romance. That's it. That's all the books. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. If you are relatively new here, if you found this video, consider subscribing. It's very fun over here in this little community. Yeah, that's all I got for you. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you all very soon.